Hey guys, what's up? It's Gokipon the Time Lord here, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile of the Evil Sar deck that I had made. So I guess I decided to build this deck because the announcement of Evolution Singularity, which is the new Evol support card coming out in Primal Origins. If you don't know what it does, it's very good for the archetype, and basically it says it's a trap card, normal trap card, and it says target one evil tile monster in your graveyard, so either a Westlow or an Ajasho, and one evil Soar monster, so any of these guys. Target one of each in your graveyard and special summon them, and then XC summon them into any evil Zara monster. So that could be into Dolka, into Logia, or even into Evil Zar Solda, because it doesn't have any level restriction. So that card is going to be extremely good for this deck. The fact that it's a trap card, you can use it on your opponent's turn, making Dolka, Logia, or Solda on your opponent's turn, depending on the situation, is just super busted. Like, you got Blackhorn of Heaven, Solemn Judgment, and Effect Veiler, all with attack points that you can just special summon with one card. That's going to be very good, and so until that card is released, this is the Evol deck I've been testing out here on Dueling Network. I've bought the core to it in anticipation for the new card because I'm really excited. This deck is super fun to play, and so I'm going to start the profile and explain some of the card choices. So here we go. First off, we got two Evil Source Serato. Basically, when he's special summoned by the effect of an evil tile monster, he becomes a 2100 beater, and if he destroys an opponent's monster, he can add an evil tile from the deck to the hand. So that's pretty good. I am right now only running two of him, just because he only gets that effect if he's special summoned through one of these guys. And so yeah, three of him right now is not necessary. And ratios may change once that new Evolution Singularity comes out, because you know, you can use more of these cards and they won't be as dead when they can't be special summoned. Next up, 2 Diplo. When he's special summoned by the effect of an evil tile monster, he can destroy a spell and trap, so he's a MST with 1600 attack. Pretty good. Next up, Triple Volcano. When he's special summoned by the effect of evil tile monster, you can target a evil Sar in your grave, so either one of these guys or himself, and special summon it. It can't declare an attack, but that'll be okay, because when you do that, you're probably just going to XCs into Dolka or Logia. So that's the evil Sar monsters, just those. Next up, we have 6 evil tiles in 3 Ninjasho. When he's tributed, you special summon 1 evil Sar from your deck. And Triple Westlow, he's the main engine of the deck right now, this little guy. 1900 defense. He's basically the Girgia armor of evil Sars and evil tiles. So you flip summon him and special summon 1 evil Sor from your deck. So that's really good. 1900 defense. Make sure he usually stays alive to use him on your turn. And great card all around. And next up, we have 3 Jirak Kwaiba, just because they create another little engine of the deck. When they destroy something, they can special summon another one of themselves, and basically you have a 1-card Xyz play right there, so you can go for any of your rank 4s. Next up, 1 Blaster, because he is incredibly good late game. You can just dump him to the graveyard with Lavalval Chain, and then banish 2 of these guys, bring him out, and finish off games with him. And then the last monster, there's 18 of them. 1 Thunder King Ryo, just because he's an incredibly powerful stun card, and having a Thunder King on board and then going into Logia or Dolka, your opponent's going to have to minus themselves so much just to get around your field. So it's very good for what it does, especially in this deck. It can create a pretty strong lockdown. So for the spells, we got 11 of them. Triple Evo Diversity, basically just your standard search card for the deck, and it is at 3. You can only activate 1 per turn, but basically you use this to search out Westlow or Ninjasho. You can search out any Evil Sar with it too, but generally you want them to stay in your deck to be special summoned by these guys' effects. So most of the time you search out your Evil Tiles. Then we have Triple Evo Force. This one's really good. It's tribute 1 Evil Tile monster you control and special summon 1 Evil Star from your deck, and it's treated as if it was special summoned by an Evil Tile. So they will get their effects, and especially with Ninjasho, when he's tributed, he special summons 1. So basically if you go Evo Force on Ninjasho, you can special summon 2 of these guys and then attack or go into any rank 4 you need to. So a very powerful card in combination with Ninjasho. Triple MST, just because you know, you need to stop that back row. And then 2 enemy controller. It's a generic way to tribute off Ninjasho when you need to, and also you can switch your opponent's monsters to defense to protect a Westlow that you have set if you want to be able to flip them on your turn, not in the middle of your opponent's battle phase. So pretty good card for what it does. It has multiple uses in this deck, so very good. Then 11 trap cards. We have 2 Survival of the Fittest. This is kind of my personal text choice, and I think it's a really good card. It came out in Shadow Specters. Basically, if you don't know what it does, just target 1 dinosaur-type monster you control, equip it to that target, it gains 1,000 attack, so very good. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, it can make a second attack in that in a row. So it's really good for the dead Evol Sores that you draw into your hands. Like if you can't get them special summoned by these guys, you can just like normal summon them. They'll gain 1,000 attack and can make a second attack if they destroy something. So 2,900 Ceratos as a normal summon, 2,600 Diplos, and 2,200 Volcanos. I don't know, I just think it's a very good card for the deck for what it does, and then you can also put it on Guaiba, make sure he destroys something, and then can special summon another one. Yeah, this card's been pretty overlooked, but I think for a dinosaur deck, I'd say at least one of these is pretty staple, especially in Evols, because, you know, it fixes up those dead hands. It gives them basically an effect when they're not special summoned. So next up, we have our 4 staples: Solemn, Bottomless, Compulse, Torrential, all standard. Triple Fiendish Chain, just effects negation, all around good card. And 2-Dimensional Prison, same type of deal, just a good card in general. Now onto the extra deck, we have 2 Dolka and 2 Logia. Mainly these are the guys you go into just because you can, and they're extremely good. This guy, basically, he can negate any normal special summon or spell or trap card by detaching 2 materials, and this can negate an opponent's monster effect just by detaching 1 of its materials, so very good for what they do. Next up, Double 101. It can protect itself, and it can steal your opponent's monsters. It's a rank 4, and so very good for the deck. 1 Exciton Knight. Again, one of those things where it's just very good, and you can make it in the deck, so why not? 1 King of the Feral Imps. He searches reptiles, your evil tiles, search those out. Pretty self-explanatory. 1 Maestroke, just because it can protect itself, and it has a Book of Moon type of effect. Cowboy to burn for game. 1 Ouroboros for when you can bring out 3 level 4s in 1 turn. It's not that difficult to do in this deck because they can spam pretty hard when they need to, and it's a great card. 1 Emerald. It can recycle any evil SARs back into your deck, and then if you still have Westlows or Ninjashos, then you can make these alive again by recycling them and then drawing a card. So Emerald, pretty good. One Gemini Pearl, just 2600 beater, he can step on stuff. One level Evol Chain, just for, like I said, dumping a blaster to the graveyard. And then last but not least, one Fortune Tune. You can make it with 2 Westlows. It is fairly common to have 2 Westlows sitting on the board at the same time, just because once they bring out the monsters to go into these guys, Logia and Dolka can protect your Westlows. So they may sit on the board for a while, and then you can make Fortune Tune, gain some life points, stall your opponent down, and keep your defense up, and then when he dies, put 2 Westlows back in your deck. If you still have Evil Diversities, you can research them out, reuse their effect to special summon and get more pluses. So all around, very good for what it does. And that is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said before, once Evolution Singularity comes out of Primal Origin, I'm probably going to, well, I am going to play 3 of them. Probably going to take out 1 Thunder King, 1 Fiendish Chain, and probably 1 Survival of the Fittest. So 1 of each of those 3 cards to put in 3 of the Evolution card, because it's just super busted. It's extremely good for the deck. And then also when that comes out, probably going to put a Solda into the extra deck, because then you can actually make it, and it will be very effective. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you would like to see more of these type of profiles, you can always subscribe. So see ya, and have a great day. Bye.